across India remains largely stable and pleasant. Most of the regions are experiencing mainly clear skies, while a few areas are seeing morning mist, fog, or partly cloudy conditions. While temperatures continue to vary significantly from chilly nights in the northern hills to warmer conditions across central and southern parts of the nation. Well, now let's take a detailed look at the regional weather conditions. Let's start with North India. In Punjab, the weather is mainly clear with mild daytime temperatures across the state. As in Amritsar, the maximum temperature is 24 degrees Celsius, while the minimum is 9 degrees Celsius. Moving to Bathinda, the maximum remains 26 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 9 degrees Celsius. In Chandigarh Mohali, the maximum temperature rises to 25 degrees Celsius, while the minimum stays at 9 degrees Celsius. Jalandhar will see a maximum of 24 degrees Celsius and a minimum of 9 degrees Celsius. In Taran, the maximum reaches 28 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 11 degrees Celsius. Moving to Himachal Pradesh, the weather is clear in the hills with chilly mornings and cold nights. In Dharamshala, the maximum temperature is 23 degrees Celsius, while the minimum drops to 6 degrees Celsius. Kangra sees a maximum of 25 degrees Celsius and a minimum of 7 degrees Celsius. In Shimla, the maximum reaches 20 degrees Celsius, while the minimum is 7 degrees Celsius. Manali will be colder with a maximum of 18 degrees Celsius and a minimum of 3 degrees Celsius. In Delhi, the weather is misty in the morning, becoming clear later in the day. The maximum temperature is 25 degrees Celsius and the minimum is 11 degrees Celsius. Across Haryana, the weather is mainly clear with warm days and cool nights. In Gurgaon, the maximum is 26 degrees Celsius and the minimum is 10 degrees Celsius. Panipat will see a maximum of 24 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 11 degrees Celsius. Sirsa records a maximum of 26 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 10 degrees Celsius, while Nuh reaches a maximum of 27 degrees Celsius and a minimum of 13 degrees Celsius. In Jammu and Kashmir, the weather is mainly clear, turning partly cloudy towards the evening. Kupwara will have a maximum of 16 degrees Celsius and a minimum of -2 degrees Celsius. Srinagar records a maximum of 16 degrees Celsius with a minimum of -1 degree Celsius. In Jammu, the maximum reaches 26 degrees Celsius and the minimum is 10 degrees Celsius. Now let's shed light on South India. The weather is partly cloudy with morning fog or mist in some areas and warm temperatures throughout the day. In Kerala, the maximum temperature is 32 degrees Celsius while the minimum is 24 degrees Celsius. Moving to Tamil Nadu, the maximum reaches 32 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 21 degrees Celsius. In Karnataka, the maximum is 31 degrees Celsius and the minimum 17 degrees Celsius. Andhra Pradesh will see a maximum of 33 degrees Celsius and a minimum of 19 degrees Celsius. Finally, Telangana records a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius and a minimum of 17 degrees Celsius. Moving to West India, the weather is mainly clear and warm with bright sunny conditions dominating the region. In Maharashtra, the maximum temperature is 35 degrees Celsius while the minimum is 22 degrees Celsius. Gujarat sees a maximum of 33 degrees Celsius and a minimum of 17 degrees Celsius. In Rajasthan, the maximum reaches 29 degrees Celsius while the minimum is 14 degrees Celsius. Finally, in East and Northeast India, the weather is misty in the mornings, clearing up later with mostly pleasant conditions. In West Bengal, the maximum temperature is 29 degrees Celsius, while the minimum is 17 degrees Celsius. Moving to Assam, the maximum reaches 31 degrees Celsius with a minimum of 15 degrees Celsius. And in Bihar, the maximum is 27 degrees Celsius and the minimum is 15 degrees Celsius. Well, overall, weather conditions across the nation remain mostly clear and comfortable. Northern hill states continue to experience colder nights, while western and southern regions stay comparatively warmer. Morning fog and mist are present in a few eastern and southern areas, but clear up later in the day. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.